You're watching Talking Points, a focus on the political scene in Lubbock and across the South Plains.
Welcome back. Here's a look at some of the political headlines of the past week. Civil rights groups have already filed lawsuits saying the new Texas political district maps work against black and Hispanic voters. But for now, they've been approved by Governor Abbott. Some changes to the local district boundaries, but for the most part, South Plains representation will remain the same. These are the first maps done since the Supreme Court ruled these maps no longer have to be reviewed by the Justice Department before approval. Speaking of federal versus state problems, we know that the White House has said that any company that holds a federal contract has to mandate that its employees be vaccinated for COVID. That starts December 8th. But remember, Governor Abbott says you can't mandate here. So the Texas Tribune reports that Texas Tech is getting its lawyers to work to figure out if there are any contracts there that apply to them. And Tech has also asked the state attorney general for some guidance here. And Lubbock's Loop 88 project continues to move at warp speed from a governmental standpoint. A groundbreaking ceremony to mark the start of work comes this Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. at the corner of 1585 and Indiana Avenue. If you'd like to go, you can park in the United parking lot there. Part of the outer loop will be built right down 1585. That'll be a big part of the infrastructure of a growing Lubbock and a catalyst for a lot of new business, of course. Now, if we can only keep the lights on. A lot of folks wondering about what did and didn't happen regarding ERCOT and the legislative sessions this year. We asked Lieutenant Governor candidate Mike Collier about that when he was in Lubbock recently. More of that conversation now for 5 more good minutes. Has state leadership done enough to at least start a reform process with our power grid and the people in charge of that here in the state?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, Brian, it's not good enough to just start a process. I've been watching these folks work for a long time. When they say we've started a process, what they really means is they just kick the can down the road. I think they are playing winter roulette with us. And there was an article today in the Houston Chronicle. And we follow the energy beat very, very carefully. I've made my living in the energy industry. And nothing is being done tangible to winterize our infrastructure. So there's a lot of talk, but there isn't action. And you know, Brian, I come from the business world, and we draw a very clear distinction between talk and action. I'm not seeing action, and we're headed towards winter, and I'm very, very worried about that.
You know, you mentioned your business life in the past. We've had you on with us several times here, but some folks maybe be tuning in and kind of getting into the campaign season again. What's one thing that you want folks here in largely conservative and largely rural West Texas to know about you before they go vote?
Well, I think there aren't too many business leaders who get into politics these days for reasons that are obvious, but we have problems that need to be solved, and somebody who solves problems in the business world can come in here and make a huge difference. Pick the issue. Property taxes, we've discussed that at length. The grid, I mean, we have to fix the grid, and I've spent my career in the energy industry. We have to find permanent funding for public education. We have water problems around the state. I mean, if you come out of the business world and do what I do, which is identify these issues, bring people together and solve them, that's what needs to happen in Austin. And that isn't what's happening in Austin. And I lay the blame for that largely at the lieutenant governor that we have now, who won't work on these problems. So, and I'll say this too, Brian, in my travels around the state, Texans really like business leaders. I mean, it's in our DNA, and they have confidence that a business leader can go in and do right and fix these problems. That's why we did so well in East and West Texas, despite the fact that I'm a Democrat.
Yeah, you know, if you win this next year, so who'd you like to see now as your governor to work with when you get back to Austin?
Well, listen, I'm friends with Beto O'Rourke, and we campaigned together in 2018, and Democrats really, really dig that guy, and I hope that he runs. And if he does run, I hope he wins the nomination. I hope I get the nomination. It would be wonderful to travel around the state together. But I don't know. I'm not authorized to speak on behalf of anybody. So we'll see who runs.
If it is Beto, you know, out here in this part of the world, he's going to have a hard time living down the "I'm coming for your AK-47s" comments and things like that. What's your stance on gun rights and things of that nature?
Well, I campaigned hard on this in 2018, Brian, as you know. I spent a lot of time talking to Moms Demand Action. I'm not sure if you're aware of that organization. But these are moms with kids in schools, and they want their children to be safe. It's hard for me to believe that, you know, when I was a kid, I didn't worry about getting shot. Things have changed. So I talked to Moms Demand Action. I'm with them. They don't like, and I don't like, permitless carry. I think that was a big mistake. I'm all for gun safety. So I think we went the wrong direction with that. I think what we need to do in the state, and I think the state believes this, is that we should have a background check system that works and people have confidence in. And then I also believe we should have red flag laws So if you have somebody who's a clear threat with a judge making this decision, and that's very important, it has to be a judge making a temporary decision for the good of the community, I support that, and Moms Demand Action are with me. And I'll also say, Brian, I think that the majority of Texans support that.
We're going to spend this winter continuing, I think, to talk about the state's abortion restrictions, which is a lot like the Lubbock ban that's also in effect right now in its own situation. Where do you stand on this, and where do you think these restrictions, as they stand now, will ultimately stand legally as we head toward the Supreme Court on some of this?
Well, thank you, Brian. I mean, it's not going to surprise you. I mean, I'm a Democrat, and I think that a woman has the right to control of her body and her destiny, just as every bit as much as a man does. That's not going to surprise you. I am opposed to what the legislature's done. Many Republican women are also opposed to this. We had a framework that we were living comfortably with, and that was called Roe v. Wade. And what the legislature's done is tried to cancel our rights under the First Amendment, the Constitution. I don't support that. The majority of Texans are against that. And we'll have a lot to say about that on the campaign trail. I mean, I have a point of view as to how I think we should solve these problems. Doesn't mean I'm right, but I pride myself in being a good listener, and each time I come out, I learn. And I enjoy. I mean, it's a great state full of great people.
And we are just happy he's a good talker, because we've had him on here quite a bit, and we probably will again before the election as well. Democrat candidate for Lieutenant Governor Mike Collier. Good to see you again.
Good to see you, Brian. Thank you.
And coming up, church congregations becoming an important voting bloc in Texas politics now, and there's an item on the constitutional amendment election happening right now that ought to bring a lot of those folks to voting Truth Tuesday. We'll tell you about it next.